I wasn't expecting this camera to be this good. In fact, buying this camera wasn't part of my plan. Da, 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 da. When you delve into the Micro Four Thirds system, you start developing an appetite to try different lenses. For me, I've always been obsessed with pancake lenses. This channel is all about tight budget photography, so I've been restraining myself from buying these lenses, or at least if I really have to buy one, I need to make sure that the lens is best for my interest. After researching many different Micro Four Thirds pancake lenses, I decided that I want to buy this Lumix 14mm f2.5 just because of the size. Look at this tiny lens compared to my slim Casio A700. Today you can grab this lens for around $110 to $150, but instead of buying the lens only, I found someone who listed the Lumix GF3 brand new with this 14mm pancake for $150. So here I am with the brand new Lumix 14mm f2.5 with another Lumix camera as a bonus. It turns out that this Lumix GF3 is surprisingly good, especially with this Lumix 14mm f2.5. Since I have the Lumix TX1, I thought it will be interesting to compare both of the cameras, since both have almost identical features, especially settings that are required to achieve that film look recipe, since this channel is all about it in the first place. Oh, by the way, all the photo samples in this video are straight out of camera JPEGs with tweaked settings, as we often call them recipes. So please bear with me, do not expect photo samples with default settings from the camera, as I believe you can find an abundance of them on the internet, or maybe it's just me desperately trying to be different. Anyway, if you haven't watched my videos on these recipes, please feel free to check them out. So, starting with some basic features, both cameras have almost the same hardware, same screen resolution, more or less the same dimensions. 16 to 12 megapixels is not really that big of a difference. In most cases, 12 megapixels are more than enough. I think you would agree that the GX line is joining the Lumix T line as the more premium version of its big brother, the GF series. The GX1 was released after the GF series had made it to the GF3. It's like, oh, okay, we did the GF1, GF2, and GF3, and people seem to like this GF series, and we need to compete with our fellow camera makers. Why don't we make the more premium version of it? And then the GX1 was announced. With the $100 difference between both, I think it would make people really need to consider which one to buy, as the price difference between both cameras these days is still relevant. The GX1 also has more buttons and dials. You don't have the standard PASM dials in the GF3, but instead you can find them inside the camera settings. So no problem with that. The dials on the GX1 also feel more sturdy than the plastic dials on the GF3. The scroll dial on the GX1 is placed at the top instead of here on the GF3. Other than that, the features are almost identical. Both have the white balance shift setting, which I think is the most crucial setting to cook film look recipes. Both also have these different photo styles that you can choose and customize, from the contrast, sharpness, saturation, and noise reduction. You also get the pop-up flash on the GF3, however you do not have a hot shoe as you get on the GX1, but I think it is not a big deal. I bet most of us do not really need a hot shoe anyway, but if it is a deal breaker for you, you might want to get the G1X instead. Both don't have EVFs. However, with the hot shoe on the GX1, you have options to attach external EVFs on top, or you can get an optical viewfinder. But I think both cameras are intentionally designed as compact cameras that don't really need an EVF. Think like Ricoh GR. With this 14mm f2.5, this setup can be a good alternative to the pricey Ricoh GR3. If the 14mm is too wide for you, you can consider the Olympus 17mm or the Lumix 20mm. Both optics have reputable quality. But again, for my personal taste, I think the 14mm is the best of the three. Yep, I think that's it. If you want more top secret hacks and tricks to transform your ancient cameras into Hollywood superstars, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join me on this photographic roller coaster. Until next time, keep snapping and keep it budget tight. Au revoir.